Like, hi.
Oh no. My brain just... Okay, are you ready for me to do the intro?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pointless Discourse with myself, Hoppocalypse and DPayne.
Tina Yist Iljin and Selam, which is hello formally and informally in Amharic. If I said that last time, well, congratulations, you get 2.
2 whole hellos.
Yeah. Well, you get 2 and 2 weeks.
But yeah, so we're going back to an even older format. Oh, it feels like forever since we've done one like this, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it was, it was actually at the beginning of the year because that's when we rolled Haiku characters. And then we did that,
For like
and then
3
we were
weeks.
like, yeah, and then at the end of 3 weeks, well, I can bring it up, we, episodes, yeah, okay, at the end of 3 weeks, it was 4 weeks, yeah, so at the end of that, that's when we did our Valentine's Day special, which I don't remember what that one was all about. There's quizzes here. Oh, that was which Disney characters would be your ideal Valentine.
Yes.
And then that right after that, that's when we started Over the Garden Wall for 10 weeks. 11 weeks, technically. And now we're here.
We rolled dice again.
Yep. This is the filler episodes till we get to our next big thing.
And we do have an idea of what we're doing next.
Yeah, we just need to find a time that one of us isn't super busy. That made it sound like I was blaming only one of us. That's not true. Like,
it's mostly
both of
me,
us on, well, both of us on different weeks will be busy with something.
That's true. It has been kind of alternating weeks.
Yeah. One of us is definitely way more popular than the other, but it's
I don't know if popular is the word I want to use.
family obligation.
Yeah, obligations.
I'm gonna still use popular. Excuse me. And then someone that we both know, I just scrolled down, is ranting on Twitter about Percy Jackson.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, rant. Oh no, ranting on Twitter is usually not safe. Especially because we are both... Well, I've cleaned up my feed a bit. I used to basically be only on streamer Twitter. Now I follow a lot of fan art accounts and just various accounts that are just fans of video games. So I get like 4 or 5 fan arts and I'm like, oh, those are neat. And then I get like a hot take and I'm like, scroll faster, scroll faster.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder what people think when they see my tweets and are like, sometimes I wonder, it's probably a combination, is he okay to like, he should really eat breakfast.
But yeah, so when I say we're going back to our old format, it's us coming with various items in our... I think this time we decided just like top 3-ish, right? Because we couldn't think of ones that we... I don't remember any I disliked so much that it was worth mentioning.
Yes.
But these are educational childhood games that we played growing up. Oh no, they're going to know how old we are.
Don't worry, one of mine I had to research for an hour to find the name of.
One of mine was kind of like that. I remembered the cover photo, but I couldn't remember the game. So I was just reading through various lists. I was like, this isn't the cover of the game.
I remembered the game, but I didn't remember anything. Like, I remember what you did in the game, which I'll get into once we get there. But, like, I don't even remember this being sold in stores.
Interesting, okay.
it just showed up on the school computer.
The best way to find your favorite childhood game.
My top 2 are just games that are on the computer.
Surprisingly, none of mine are. One of mine, if we have time to go into like bonus round, one of mine I
have a few bonus round ones as well.
Yeah.
But ones that, like, I don't think these are educational, but I read multiple, so many websites in my, I should have been working yesterday, but I'm like, this is all I'm going to think about. They're like, this is an educational game. It's like, I don't see it, but multiple people have said it, so, like, multiple websites. So I'm just going to put it as a runner-up.
I saw one that they listed as, like, educational, and I remembered playing it. I was like, I didn't retain any information from it, and the paragraph was like, you learn statistics. I was like, okay, sure. I was, like, 6.
And I think these people were like, you learned the historical account of these events, and I was like, no, it didn't.
I have a guess of what that one is. But any announcements? I mean, this is our second video episode.
Second video. You know what I also realized that I don't think we really delved into much last week, which is when we probably should have delved into it. I can't remember if we just said it in passing, but hey guys, we're now within our second year of Pointless Discourse.
Oh my goodness, time be flying.
Yeah, Hop put up with me for 2 years.
Longer than that even.
Yeah, that's more than most content creators.
I mean, you heard like, I had some old friends come in during that one stream that we did with JR and J2. We played Phasmophobia. And I didn't realize how long I've known everybody. I honestly thought JR started streaming sooner. I thought I met him before. But maybe he started after I had met him, and he just played games with people on Mixer.
Yeah, like, because you guys went older. For context for everyone, this week we played Phasmophobia with actually it's the group that did D&D, and we want to get them on the podcast. It's just we actually have to coordinate. Hey guys, things. if you're watching or listening to this episode, you guys are on the docket, and by the time it comes out, we either have or haven't talked to you yet, but you are in our mind scheduled.
Yes, feel free to yell at us if you're like, I heard, and you're like, you did.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that video, I don't know when that's getting released on his. We'll definitely share it once on our Twitters.
Yeah. But, we'll make sure to share. But no, it was just me being an absolute gremlin in Phasmophobia. I think I was the cause for at least 2 of your deaths.
Well.
Because DPayne has played plenty, and he knows about all the cursed items in Phasmophobia, and he had the Ouija board, and I couldn't stop triggering it just by talking, and he was like, stop, the ghost keeps answering, and then it broke and killed him.
It wasn't just you. Like, you did ask the most of the questions, but it was a team effort. Everyone was asking questions, and I was like, this is not how this thing used to work. Because, like, I haven't played it in, like, months, if not a year. And so, I don't remember the last time I played it, but it was just, like, I don't know. It was good.
The one thing I remembered was singing Blink-182, and you go yelling at the Ouija board, she's not talking to you. Yeah. We got the premium content for a free price. Yeah.
I thought it was funny because Hop tells me all the time, I will never sing. And what does she start doing?
Well, what else did I do? I know I made the one ghost really upset. Oh, we were putting our shoes on their bed because I yelled at them for having shoes in their bedroom. Mm-hmm. We were like, is this how you like to live? Dirt in your bedroom?
Yeah, so you kept jumping on the bed like, is this what you want?
And then the ghost was like, murder time. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. Like, that's why the whole reason why I don't care if I go in first, because all I'm going to try to do is find the cursed item. Like, I wrote that on Twitter, letting everyone know, like, this is my only goal, which isn't any different from any other time I play now. I'm going to go find the cursed item and ruin everyone's day.
Yeah, ever since the first time we played the all four of us, and I summoned the ghost by making fun of it for its car magazines. That's kind of my secret goal, trying to find some personal information about the ghost to upset it enough to attack us.
Yeah. And then it was also making me laugh because I had your guys' chats up, and your chat is like, wow, DPayne sweaty strats, and I'm like, I don't think I'm being sweaty. I'm just playing the game.
I mean, compared to me.
Yeah, well, like, the only reason I was doing it was, like, J2 and JR, I figured, like, you might want to actually know how to finish a level.
That's also fair.
Because we never were alive long enough together for you
for all that evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd usually get, what, like 2 pieces of evidence, if that.
Yeah. Or our favorite, fingerprints, and everyone, what? Oh, man. So, the thing is, he's not going to get that perspective of us just go, unless he has access to our VODs. But
that's true. No, I do want to try clipping that, partially for my own memories, but mainly for my last death in the game, where we were all hanging out in the same hallway, and I turn around to go down the stairs, and the ghost is looking at me. I was like, where did you come from? The lights are on. I don't understand. And then I turn around and go, and I run to you guys, and you guys are like, Hop died next to me? What?
Yeah, so like on our screen, you didn't even move. I'll have to go find that part in my stream and clip it so I can show you our perspective. And maybe it was just I mean, you guys were like
looking through your journals, I think, to try and like what other evidence, because I think JR had just died, and then we were like, all right. Oh yeah, because JR was like, let me into this damn closet, and I said, get your own, and then he died next to me. I swear, I'm not usually this bad at Phasmophobia, but if it's for content. I did have someone, I dropped into a stream the other day, and they were like, oh, I was sitting and lurking in your Phasmo one, and you and your group are so funny. And I was like, what? And someone else was like, oh, I was there too. I was like, what? Neither of you said anything.
Yeah. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe we should talk with them like, hey, is there other games at all? Can you imagine like us playing like Life? Like the digital version of Life.
Did I tell you I did get an email about playing Life? Did
no.
I don't. Hold on. Oops, I dropped a USB thing. Let me see if I can find. I don't remember if it was an email. Oh yeah. So, Game of Life 2 launching on PlayStation 4. Hello, I am writing to you on behalf of Studio to see if you would like game codes for the Game of Life 2 on PS4. We've seen you boss some great games on your profile. One game. We believe the Game of Life 2 will be a real hit with your audience. And then some paragraphs about stats, and then hop in your car, spin the spinner, and start your life adventure in the Game of Life 2. You have a chance to become a video blogger with 6 dogs and a huge pool, or a brain surgeon with 3 kids. Would you be interested in collaborating? And then it's, we'll repost your content for you on our main channel.
This one? In the Discord?
I think it is, but I think they were only going to give it to me for PS4 from the phrasing of this email.
Yeah. It is fun. Like, I have played it a few times.
No, I'm sure it is fun. It's just...
But, like, yes, that email is pretty funny. I am awaiting an email for something I actually signed up for. Like, I never signed up for, like,
I don't sign... It's been a long time
releases.
since I've signed up for codes. I used to have an active account that I maintained in Keymailer.
Yeah. I have an account that I never kept up. But, it's one of those things where I'm like, okay...
Yeah, I've been...
I think if the...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and then the only other game company I think I've been contacted for is, like... Do you remember Pets for the Nintendo DS?
Yes.
It was like
yes. Was that like a sim?
Yeah, where you
part of
just
the
took
sim
care of
stuff?
like little puppies or little cats. Like I say pets because there's I think cats and then dogs. So I just
Yeah.
bundled it all together. I think I had gotten a DM from them on my Instagram about playing a mobile version of it.
We saw you your frog farm and just thought,
The frog
hey.
farm. That's on my YouTube still.
But yeah. Yeah. So like, but it's one of those things like with my Twitch is that I think mainly because all the Dark Soul games, which I'm mainly focused on right now, is just so old. Like if there's an indie game or something that's coming out, I think that I'm interested in. I want to see if try to get on that a little bit earlier
Yeah, that's fair.
than I normally do. Oh yeah, look at that. I like how life is highlighted.
Well, because I searched for it in my inbox.
It's so just like oh man. Yeah, so we'll see. It's definitely a bigger game. I also realized while editing this video, the video podcast last week, of how much I shift in my chair.
I think you said that while we were recording because you're like watching yourself on the screen. I'm trying to maintain eye contact so that I don't look at myself.
Hello.
Not eye contact necessarily, you know, like the...
Oh, I did that. I tried my eyes out.
I should get googly eyes for my webcam.
I know.
I've seen a few people do it.
I know that Zoom has some things. Let's see. This is gonna. Video settings. That's just gonna show up in the middle of the thing, but that's okay. And let's see. I think it's. Where is it? No, it's here somewhere. Don't worry, guys. We'll get to the podcast eventually. There we go. Like. Hi.
Oh, I meant just googly eyes for my webcam so I could make sure it feels easier to make eye contact with it. Is it
This
video
is what it feels
filter?
like when you have my head is like
Why does that dog have
tilting.
sausages in its mouth?
I don't know. But this is what it's like to okay, so are the sunglasses also tilted? I don't know.
The rabbit nose is in the wrong place.
This is what it's like to have a Snapchat. Oh, now I realize why I'm. Yep, I realized I was having bad posture.
Okay,
I'm a politician.
Okay, no more clicky. I'll get distracted.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You know they did that because every company started using Zoom for all their meetings.
Yeah. And now if I need to do some construction, there we go.
Important. But yes, what we said, childhood video games, asterisk educational. Because we did general childhood video games, right? In another early episode.
Yes.
We did like childhood things like for our first like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, I think
Movies,
we did
video games, books,
toys. Toys is one of them. Which I think that's how we got the. Well, they don't like to be called this, but the boomer.
The one,
the
one boomer
one
in our
boomer.
statistics.
Yeah, I saw a tweet the other day where it's just like, I find it funny how the boomers are getting mad for us just calling them what they've been calling themselves for years, the baby boomers. But anyway, yeah. So we're doing that, and now we're doing edumacations. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any more announcement stuff. I don't think there is. Yep.
Okay. You ready to roll some dice? See what order
Yep.
we talk in?
I'm gonna roll with double advantage. All right, now I'll just pick one of these to roll.
Yeah, so anyone who isn't familiar, we play a lot of tabletop RPG games. I guess one of the more common ones are D&D. I'm into D&D kind of sessions now. DPayne, how many are you still running? How many concluded?
None. Well, oh yeah,
Ours
the mini
concluded.
arcs. Yeah, 2 mini arcs have concluded. There is 3 games. 2 of them are kind of on a hiatus because everyone got really busy, but I think they're going to go to monthly. I have currently right now active still running without trying to plan when we're doing it is 1 game.
Okay.
Which is why my brain is creating other stuff now. Oh, man.
Yeah, so in games such as that and like Pathfinder and etc., you roll a d20 and the highest number goes first. We don't have any extra bonuses because we never did do the math on what our dex bonus would be, but I did not roll well.
Oh, I gotta roll. I rolled a middling roll again.
I got an 8.
I rolled a 10.
You get to go first. So are we starting from number 3 and working our way to number 1?
Yeah, I think that's what we'll be doing. And, yeah. So I think, yeah, we said educational games. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we want to say about it. We did a lot of research, aka for me, about an hour and a half when I should have been working, but
it was probably about
whatever.
I did probably about a half hour last night. I got into bed and I was like, I know what I want to talk about, but let me double check.
Yeah, my number 2 is like, I never heard anybody talk about this game.
Okay.
And so, I had to do a lot of looking around. But yeah, so in short, educational games. So, which, oh my goodness, if you had to be very specific while you typed in this, I found this out. Like, if you were trying to find a certain like age group, like, because it's just like, I typed in like early educational games and it's like current games. It's like games you can play with your infant. I'm like, ew, gross.
Too young, too baby.
Yeah, who wants too young, too baby? Coming. I'm trying to think what would be a funny movie title. The Rise of the Infant.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Oh no, we can't say rise. The emergence of the
The
infant.
emergence. Can we pause?
The breaching.
Oh, I was gonna say, can we pause real quick?
And what is that like? What's that old show? The something with the bell or something like that.
Saved by the Bell.
Didn't one of them have like time powers that no one like really talked about?
Oh, well, I think they did the whole. You know how like The Office has the interview style. I think they did that kind of interview style, but they paused everybody else, and then the character would look at the screen, and then like do exposition and then look back at everybody else and then the scene would continue.
Yeah, because I thought I saw a clip of like they would freeze and like someone actually like moved stuff around, like his character got up, like moved people around to do something.
Oh, maybe. I didn't watch it a lot growing up, so
me neither.
Okay.
I also didn't watch The Office. I'm like, man, if you go into deep office lore, I won't know what you're talking about.
No, I just mean like, you know, that style where they do the interview
yeah.
cuts. Other shows do it, but The Office is kind of what most people think of. But yes, feel free to jump into your third, the game that got third for you.
Third place for the show. I started reading comics while you left. Now I gotta find my notes. There they are. All right, so my first one is, I don't know, I just remember playing different versions of it. I realized all 3 of mine are stuff that were on the computer at school. Because I didn't get the first time my family got a computer wasn't until I was in 6th grade. Okay. So we didn't have, all my reports that I had to write were on a word processor. So I don't know if anyone probably knows what one is, but I don't know how many people know what a word processor is, and no, it's not an app. It's literally a computer that's whole purpose is to use Microsoft Word.
Or even older than that. What was it? I remember writing on WordPad before Microsoft really set up all of its applications.
Yeah. This honestly, this was just a digital typewriter. That's all it was. I can't remember. I think it actually would print out the stuff as well. Like,
I remember having to format everything when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I would start writing it, and then it would I would try printing it, and like half of it was off the page, so I'd have to go in and put in enter space 4 times, enter.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the word processor, I want to think that it could print, because I don't remember having a printer. But then again, there's a lot of things I don't remember, because I'm like, that wasn't like a key detail that I'm like, I must remember this. So at school they had computers, and this first one, which was very memorable, was Math Blaster.
That's a fun
math one. Yes. And Math Blaster, there's many different versions of it, but like, I think the one which probably contributes to why I like Mega Man so much looked like a green Mega Man, kind of. Except like he would run through, and like the way you like would defeat enemies or get through rooms and stuff is solving math. Which I don't know, like I remember it because it was on the computer, and I don't know if they still make Math Blaster games, but yeah, I for as much as I remember playing it, I think I remember watching it more.
Okay.
Because like there was like 20 some people in our classroom, and
did your classroom also have like the clamshell Max?
No, we didn't have Macs. We had like Windows 95 machines.
Yeah, my school had the at one point in our computer lab they put the clamshell Macs that all had different colors. So then the teachers would like put numbers, and they're like, all the purple computers have to blank, you know, for like the chores, for cleaning things up, and they'd be like, all the orange computers now.
Yeah, they I think there was one or two, because I remember seeing them, but I never used them.
Okay.
So, yeah, I used Windows 95. I don't think Windows Me came out in like the early 2000s, I believe.
I think so, yeah. I'm trying to remember between 95, Me, and X, and then 2000, and then XP.
Yeah.
Which I think XP is everyone's least favorite.
No, XP. Me's the one that I know a lot of people hated.
Okay.
And then, because XP was the standard for a long time.
Oh, Vista. Vista's the one
Vista,
everyone hated.
yes.
XP, Vista, then.
Yeah. Pretty much Windows, it's every other version. Mm-hmm. So, like, Windows 10 came into something that's usable, and then Windows 11 still has a lot of... It will be good in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But
my one tablet, my Microsoft Surface, is like, do you want to go to 11? I'm like, no. They're like, how about today? I'm like, no, not today.
everyone keeps saying, like, their Windows like machines keep wanting them to upgrade to Windows 11. Like, on my PC and my Surface, I have not gotten a prompt.
Yeah, my Surface I have. My PC I haven't.
Yeah. Then again, I really only use my Surface to watch anime. So...
But yes, Math Blaster.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just this little green dude that ran around, and like, I think he had like a dog companion and stuff. I'm trying to remember. You know, it's probably good. I could just type it in. Math Blaster. Oh, it's online now.
Yeah, I saw a lot of
website.
these are like free online to like play again.
Fun math games for kids. Oh my goodness. Why does he look like Reboot on here? That's another reference. I don't know if people know what I'm talking about. There we go. Let's go to the Wikipedia page. Oh my goodness. This is way older than I was expecting.
Isn't that always hurt? You're like, oh, I remember. Wait.
There we go. Now I found a picture of him. Oh my goodness! In 2005, he looks like he has Super Saiyan hair.
Yeah, that's the one I remember because he is like spiky, but his hair isn't a different color than him. It's just all that green color.
Yeah, I remember the 1993 one where he looks like his head looks like the Android logo. Let's see. Let's take a screenshot.
So he's got a helmet and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
I remember.
we said we didn't need to share screens, but like it's one of those things like, well, maybe. But yeah, you guys can look up Math Blaster. He's got an ice gauntlet now. What the heck is going on? There's Reading Blaster. Reading Blaster's facing Space Maleficent. Anyway, but yeah, it's I'm trying to just find. All I want is just to find just a video to remind myself of Math Blaster. Oh, there's a trailer. Here we go. Mute it so that way it doesn't play on the stream. Not the stream. The recording. But yeah, I just remember this, like there we go. Yeah, and you had to do like different things where, yeah, this one is, he's just in a jetpack and then like they would have the math come up and you had, like in this one you had to go and fly into the spaceship. They had a math problem. You had to fly into the jet port to go get the thing. And there'd be different stuff flying around trying to block you.
Okay.
And then like you had to shoot trash in space. That's the next part of this trailer. I remember this. Yeah, okay, this is definitely the one I played before. So, yeah, and so like once you shot so many different things, you had to do math problems to go and refill your gas stuff. So yeah, I remember playing it. I think I watched it more, but there's a reason why it was in third, because I'm not good at math.
You remember it as a part of your childhood, but it wasn't like the game for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So my game that I put in third is part of the Jumpstart series. I don't know if you ever played any of those.
My brothers, I think, played more of them.
Okay. Specifically for me, the one I remembered is the first grade edition, and it's got like a wiener dog on the cover. So I remembered the dog greeting me at the schoolhouse, and I was like, what is this game? But yeah, so it's specifically Jumpstart First Grade Edition, and on the wiki it says in 1995, also referred to as the classic, which I didn't know there were like there were classics and revamps of all of these, was the first appearance of Frankie, a brown anthropomorphic dog who become the mascot of the entire Jumpstart series. So I guess I got in from the beginning. But
on the ground floor.
Yeah, on the ground floor. But I just remember kind of maneuvering through the game and all that. Like, I remember just playing it. I don't remember specific items about it, but it looks like the synopsis says, oh no, that's the 2000s version. But overall, the concept is you and the dog are in the schoolhouse, and you're trying to like do a bunch of activities to get through the schoolhouse.
I'm looking at a screenshot of the dog in the classroom. I got to the wiki page. It looks like he has scoliosis. He's just like...
Yeah, he's very
like,
curvy. Yeah, but it was just like a ton of mini games. Actually, you know what? I might have not played the 1995. I might have played the 2000s, looking at some of the pictures.
The TikTok game.
Because they had... I remember the making food trays one. That's a screenshot I see here. So basically, kids would come up and say, can I have like 1/2 stuffing, 1/4 pasta, and like something or other. So then you had to fill in the plate for the right size with the right amount of food.
Oh. Wait, is that on the 2000 one?
Yeah, I think it's 2000. So I might have actually played 2000s.
Well then, gotta get out of this incorrect place.
Oh, there's so many different iterations of the Jumpstart First Grade. There's one where it's like the classic dog, where it's got, like the classic kind of like 90s computer art, and then there's some that are more cartoony.
Jumpstart baby. I'm looking at the wiki right now.
Yeah, there's another box edition of Jumpstart First Grade where he's like on a scooter and he's looking much cooler than he used to in the past. There's one that has kids on the cover. Ooh, I remember this mini game. So they would say my hamburger is this much money, but they'd give you too much money, so then you had to calculate out the change that you had to give them.
Your educational games had a lot more going for it.
Well, this one, it was just a series of different mini games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. So if I type in 2000, Jumpstart 2000, free download. I don't want to download it. I just want to look at. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one has kids on it, and this one is pulling a lever, shooting math out.
Not the math.
And the kid next to the dog is just like, I'm putting this number in, but I am not comfortable. A deluxe 2 CD set.
Deluxe edition.
Oh, there's the one with him riding the scooter. Because Razor. I don't want to download. Just show me. Where's your wiki?
Take me to the wiki.
Oh, there we go. There's a wiki right there.
Yeah, so it's hard for me to like pinpoint exact memories, but this is like I'm looking at images. I'm like, I recognize this.
I remember this thing. Oh, I found a voiceover. The voice character is Bart Flynn.
Ooh, I remember this owl that worked in the cafeteria. Yeah, I think I must have played like the 2000 version. Or maybe I played both. I don't know. Because I remember things that like look like they're from the older version and the newer version. The pogo stick one. This one's fun. Where basically they gave you a math problem on a chalkboard and you had to pick the right answer. And if you picked the right answer, then you got to jump higher on your pogo stick. And then whoever jumped the highest was the winner.
Mm-hmm.
It was Mario Party, but educational games.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's just like a smorgasbord. I'm realizing that all my games are literally like, here's one thing. Mm-hmm. Just learn this one thing, you stupid kid. And I'm like, okay. And yeah, well then yours are more like, hey, here's a bunch of stuff. Learn a lot.
Here, have a little bit of math, have a little bit, or because everything I mentioned so far was math, wasn't it? Ooh, excuse me. Like fractions and math problems. Ooh. I had caffeine today, and I slept an okay amount. I woke myself up early because I thought I missed my alarm.
I woke up early because I heard pretty much construction happening right outside my window, and then one of my alarms went off that I didn't even know was set. Mm-hmm. And I was very concerned because it was like 8:30. I'm like, why am I up now? I don't want to be up now.
Who did this?
And then I fell back asleep, and then I woke up at like 9:30, and I was like, well, I guess I should get up. And then I blinked, and it was 10:40. I'm like,
Whoopsies. No, so. Like I was in the middle of a dream, and in the dream, like someone yelled at me in my dream, and that woke me up. And then I checked the clock. I was like, it's 9:30. My alarm's for 10. I guess I'll just scroll on my phone for the meantime.
Yeah, I did not dream. I just lived in the void for like a second.
A whole second. All right, so then what's your second video game that you brought to us today?
All right, here's the game that nobody knows, and then I literally just found out it's on Steam.
Okay.
So here you go. I'm just gonna post this here.
Nope, I don't know what this is.
Yes, so this is a little game called. Yes, this is a little game called Word Rescue, where It's literally just, hey, go learn how to read and spell and have word comprehension.
Oh, I see.
So in the beginning, at first I thought it was typing, but it turns out it isn't.
It's like Mario.
Yeah. So like the description right here is like, Word Rescue is an incredible adventure for kids who want to rescue all the stolen words from the mean old Gruzzles. The Gruzzles can't read, and they don't want anyone else to read. Sounds like some other stuff that's going on today. Anyway, so they've stolen the words out of all the books. Benny Bookworm needs your help to stop the Gruzzles. And then as I scroll down to about this game, I found out that, there's a whole bunch of sound stuff. And it says, using the Duke Nukem graphical system, Word Rescue. And I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, it's 3D
Duke
realms.
Nukem. Yeah, Duke Nukem with Word Rescue is not something I was expecting to be in the thing together. But it's, Word Rescue has a state-of-the-art dual-screen scrolling graphics system. Graphics similar to seen in Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis home gaming systems. Even grown-ups, in parentheses, don't know what that's supposed to mean, will like Word Rescue. Play either as girl or boy. Oh wait, there's an A in there. And then it just tells you to go explore all this stuff. So it's $5 on Steam.
Yeah, the review on Steam, it says, bought this game to try and beat my 20-year-old fear of the Gruzzles. I had to close the game because of my 20-year-old fear of the Gruzzles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just saw that one. I don't remember ever getting to the Gruzzles. There's like another version of this, which I think is like an updated, and I don't know what it's called. Where like you have to type and you can like pour slime on people.
Okay.
It's really funny clicking on the publisher of this game and then having Ghost Runner and Graven pop up.
The old Wild West of video games. They're just like, you make? And we're like, okay.
Oh, they have a game here, Math Rescue, which is literally the same game but with math.
Wow.
Let's play the trailer for me. What is this? Oh, this is a trailer of just all the games they did. I don't know why that was on there. Sound. Yeah, so this is I think I played this game, the math version as well, because this looks very familiar.
You recognize it? Okay.
Yeah. Man, it's like it's the same concept. There's 2 word rescues.
A bone-chilling crisis has struck the world. Reports are pouring in from all corners of the globe. Missing numbers. Drivers on streets are in dangerous peril because the speed limit signs have gone blank. On Wall Street, stockbrokers are throwing up their hands in despair. The Dow Jones isn't down and isn't ... because the description cuts off on Steam.
Yeah, I think they also play that at the beginning of the game, and it's like me as a 4th and 5th grader, had no clue what they were talking about. But I was just glad to play the video games. But yeah, I remember playing these games a bunch. Like as much as they would let you play video games and stuff, and like we had to share, so it was definitely fun to play those games and run around and do the stuff, and yeah. There's not really much, guys. You can tell that Hops, well, her first one, I don't know if it will carry on to her second one, had a lot more to do, while mine was just one, and I played it at school, so it's just like a lot of these games we never got past the second level. Because they're like, okay, get off the computer. It's time to do blank. Like, you actually got to learn, you idiots. And I'm like, I don't want to. So, like, I remember I guess there's a game on here, and I don't want to say in case it's on your list. And it was like, the way they were describing it was like, here's an educational game. It's like, what did you learn? Environmentalism. And I'm like, wait, what? Huh? I just remember you could click on an owl, and he's like, you want to see my tattoo? No, it was a seagull. That's what it was.
Okay. So you ready for me to jump into mine?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So
Doot.
I wasn't sure if I should put this second or first because I remember this as a whole series because I did have a personal computer for a lot of my childhood. My dad was very much into tech and things, so as they came out, we usually had, constantly updating family computers. Remember his favorite pastime was going to Circuit City before it disappeared.
Yeah.
So I had this whole series. I think I put it at second because the other series I considered... I still use the skills I learned from it. I'll put it that way. But so this series that I'm putting second is called Clue Finders. It was meant for a little bit older because I think I'm looking at the full series. It has like 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade adventures. It has math adventures. It has reading adventures and things like that. But I'm looking at these covers and I basically recognize all of them. And so Clue Finders to me when I was growing up was basically like Scooby-Doo, except you're doing like educational puzzles to be able to get the clues to solve the mystery. So one of them I remember felt very Scooby-Doo like. I think it's the looking at the pictures, Clue Finders Math Adventures. You're like in the Alps and there's people going missing or something like that, and people are like, oh, it's Bigfoot, and then you go and it's like, oh, it's just the angry janitor. But to get all the clues, you have to solve all the puzzles and then get through to it.
Meddling kids.
I can send you this picture that has all of them, but it was very much all like extreme circumstances and the kids had to work their way through it. 3rd grade has dinosaurs in it. 4th grade they're like an Egyptian, like there's a sarcophagus and a mummy coming out and they're pointing at hieroglyphics. 5th grade, there's an exploding volcano, which seems way too dangerous for a bunch of teenagers to deal with. But
my brother had this.
You recognize the covers?
I played this.
Do you remember anything from it?
Hold up.
Because I think I played all of these looking at the cover. Maybe not reading adventures, though.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, the third, Mysteries of Mathra, yeah.
Mathra.
I remember doing this. I remember this one, and like me and my brothers liked it.
Yeah, I liked the games a lot growing up. And then the Incredible Toy Store Adventure, if you look at that cover, that one makes me laugh because it has a toy that's very specific to like the 90s and 2000s, that like Robo-Dog, which I had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
You pat its head and it has LED eyes and it barks. And then it jumps, and then it goes back to sleep.
Yes. Yeah, I think the only one I played was this first one, the 3rd grade one.
Oh, okay. With the dinosaurs in it.
It's the only one I remember. Because, like, they have, in here somewhere, they have plants that are literally the Beatles.
There were a lot of references throughout them.
Yeah, because there was, like, a plant that's just like, hello, man, what are you doing? And it's just like...
Wait, the thing that I got this picture from is a whole collection of them. Installers for the whole series, tested on Windows 10 without any disks necessary.
Oh, yeah, here's the one with the monkey where you had to do the area to find out to put the safety rope up so that way people didn't fall in the slime pit. Mm-hmm. This is really making me want to play these dumb games.
I know. Looking at all of these and looking at things from them, I'm like... Because I remember this was also the day and age you'd get computer games and you'd get them via your a little box. Oh, look at this screenshot. I remember doing this one. All the screenshots I am finding of the games and I'm like, this is a fond memory, is literally just fractions. They're like, I need this much of this cloth.
Yeah, I definitely didn't play that one.
Yeah, that one says it's 4th grade.
Yeah, I've only did the third grade one. That's the thing, like, I would definitely play these if I thought there would be, like, people... I don't know, there might be people that are interested in it. But at the same time, I'm like, what? Why am I doing this?
Oh my goodness, yeah. This screenshot's a logic puzzle. One of those, like, the worm in the blue sweater doesn't want to sit next to the worm in the green sweater.
I love logic puzzles. Yes, that's, yep, to get on the bus, that's in the third one, right?
Yeah.
or I say the third grade one. I thought there's a puzzle in the third grade one. I'm like looking at some of these puzzles and I'm like, I don't remember. Like, okay, I remember this puzzle where like I think you had to like take the words and make a bridge.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, there you go.
This one's like climbing a ladder and having to find certain parts of the thing. I wonder how bad I'd be if I tried to play these again.
Yeah, because like there are advancements in education stuff and like just not general knowledge. Oh, you were sending me screenshots. I was looking at the YouTube video. Yep, yeah, that thing, the second one you sent. Yeah, these are I remember these. Yep, that's literally
the
that
one
picture
you're thinking about with the monkey
yeah.
and the. If it's this feet by this feet, how many feet of vine will you need?
Yep. 7.
7's the answer. No, but these were, and I remember playing throughout the whole series, and I did enjoy them a lot. Yeah, the names of them. 3rd grade is Mystery of Mathra. 4th grade is Puzzle of the Pyramid. 5th grade is Secret of the Living Volcano. 6th grade is The Empire of the Plant People. Math Adventures 9 through 12 is Mystery in the Himalayas. Reading Adventures is Mystery of the Missing Amulet. Search and Solve Adventures is the Phantom Amusement Park. And then the Incredible Toy Story Adventure is all it says. It sounds like there was a Mystery Mansion arcade one as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like part of like I want to play all these games now, but at the same time, I'm like they're not worth $5.
Well, yeah, I saw this one site that looks like it will. I can't tell if it's free.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking up like the game, my number one, and I'm just like, well, they have a worse version on Steam.
All right, what is your number one?
Well, do we want to do our runner-ups?
Oh, we could squeeze in runner-ups. I really only have one.
Yeah, mine are. It's literally the same game.
Okay.
It's just setting is different. And this is if you guys don't remember what I was talking about, where people are like, "This is educational." I was like, I don't think it was. At least I didn't learn anything from. It's the Oregon Trail / Amazon Trail.
That Oregon Trail was my my bonus one because that's the one that, like we joked, we were like
dysentery.
Yeah, you learned what it was like to die on the trail, did we though? Did we actually learn? The other runner-up I had where I joked about, they said like you can learn statistics, I think it was called Backyard Baseball.
Oh yeah, I never had that. My cousin did.
Yeah, Backyard Baseball. Yeah, me and my friends would just play it and like just try to win. But this one site was like, it was educational because you learned about statistics and batting averages. Yeah. And I was like, no, we just clicked.
No,
it's not the same thing.
Silly site.
Yeah, it's not the same thing as Math Blasters, where you are forced to do math to progress.
Yeah, it sounds like an argument someone would tell their mom, just like it's educational. It's like, no, it isn't, Jimmy.
Yeah, I didn't play the ultra old Oregon Trail. I forget what year this one was from, but it was more than just green graphics.
Yeah, I remember like I played like an updated version where it's like the animals still kind of actually looked like animals and stuff. Mm-hmm. And yeah, no, it was definitely fun. Like, one thing I do remember, like, I guess a form that could be educational at the time, whereas, like, I would go hunting, and, like, at this point, I'm like, oh, God, let's go hunting, and they'd be like, okay, well, and I was just like, look at all these bison, and I would kill the bison, and they're like, oh, man, well, you only have so much room for this, so you leave, and I was like, at the time, I was like, okay, and now I'm like, wow, I was extremely wasteful as a child.
Yeah, I think mine, I remember I got really mad and stopped playing it for a while because I came up to like the same event 2 different times. It was like, oh, the river is really running fast and it's a little wide. Would you like to go around or cross or wait for the current?
Yes.
So the first time I said, I'll cross, and they said the current was too strong.
Too strong.
Yeah, it pushes you and you lose a lot of stuff. I was like, fine, that makes sense. Second time I was like, fine, I'll go and find a way around it. And they were like, you traveled for so long that people started to starve and die. And I was like, what? If I waited, it'd be the same result. So then I went and played on, because I said I had the Mac. I would go and just draw random doodles in something called Kid Pix. I don't know if you had access to that, but it was like Paint, but like for kids. Like
that's something else I saw a bunch.
Yeah, where it just had like 3D shapes and stickers and doodles and just a whole, where you could do coloring pages and just do wacky stuff. But then I would just go on Kid Pix for my free time, because oh, I'll jump into it when I get into my number one, so I'll stop talking now before I spoil it.
It's all good. I found someone did my number one as a Flash game.
Ooh.
Alright. Anyway, let's leave that. But yeah, the other thing is like the Amazon Trail, because I saw that on the list as well, is something I remember playing when I was younger. That was fun, because I remember like, and what you would have to do, it was very similar, but instead of like hunting bison, you had to go and like you would hunt fish. And so it was just like, depending where you were, you could hunt different fish. But the whole point of it was really strange, because like remembering it, because you wouldn't, there's like a time where I'm pretty sure I met someone like at the time that's like around the same like era as we are, and like he was making rubber, and like the whole point of the game was like trading different things that go further down.
Okay.
But to like get supplies and repair your ship and like your canoe. And I remember there's one section like where you're I think it was like to show like maybe like kind of different cultures and stuff. I don't know what they were thinking. But then there's like one event where like you stop here and there's like Cortez as he's like going through the Amazon, and I'm like, and like at the time I didn't think anything of it. And like his whole thing was like, if you couldn't leave until you traded, and by traded like he just took your stuff.
Fair trade.
Yeah. And he's like, you can't leave, and like, but I'm like, and this could be me misremembering, but I just remember it was like Cortez and like the metal breastplate and like dudes with like
the conquistador fit.
Yeah, like just there in the forest while like you go and talk to like a grandma that's like, oh man, this is how we make the rice, or I don't remember what they made. And it's like you had to like trade different things, and like pretty much like you got the rubber at the beginning, and like you could go down and trade the rubber with somebody else to like
it's
get a
like
specific
the whole
thing.
chain.
Yeah. Like you could honestly, I think you could trade whenever you want, but the thing is you couldn't go backwards. Like you had to keep going forward, and like it got to like different points. Like I think there would be like different events, like oh the rapids hit and you lost food or and like health, and it's like you got bitten by a snake, and so like you had to like quickly go to like a village and like hope they had medicine. I didn't make it very far in that game, but
that one sounds a lot more complicated than just clicking and going, will I starve?
Yeah, it also, I remember playing that at home.
Okay.
So
you had
like
a lot more time to really get into it.
But no, Oregon Trail was also fun, because like I remember me and my friends at school, you would be like, oh okay, and they're like, oh this person died, and I'm like, I don't know what they died from because I'm dumb. And everyone else are like, dysentery, I know what that is, and like still to this day I don't know how they knew what dysentery was, but hey,
just kid things. So what ended up being your number one?
My number one was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
That's a good one. I played that a lot at a friend's house, but because it was at a friend's house, they always played it, and we're like, don't tell me what to do. I'm going to fix it and solve it. And I'd be like, all right, bye. I'll go do my own thing.
Yeah. Well, like, I think, like, the more that I look at it, I realize that I really like mysteries. And I think I partially get that from my mom, because she loves mysteries. I think it was it was really funny because I think it was JR sent you a GIF of something, and it was just like, I made this for you, and it was like this dude that's sitting in like a car, and like you responded. It was this week. I don't remember what it was, but it was a GIF of a guy like kind of sitting in a car, and he's like, "Oh, I made this for you." Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about. Yeah, but the thing is, like, that GIF, I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I know exactly the TV show that's from, because my mom loved watching Poirot, which is like this.
Oh, the French guy?
Yeah, French detective. I think he's French. And like the next line of that comes right after that. It's like, oh, I'll wear them when I go to church. And my mom just started laughing like her head off. And I was like, why is that funny? He's like, well, he doesn't go to church. Saying that he's never gonna, like, he pretty much gives them some gloves, and he's like, oh, I'll wear them when I go to church. And he's like, I'm never gonna wear these. But yeah, as I get older, I'm like, I'm enjoying reading stories and like kind of doing games where it's like a mystery and stuff like that. And that's kind of what Where in the World Was Carmen Sandiego. Like, that's pretty much what it was. For anyone that doesn't know what it is, pretty much you're trying to find, I think, like this spy. I think that's what she was. And there's tons of different versions. Like, they have Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego, Where in Europe is Carmen Sandiego, and then they just eventually, it's like, Where in the World. And if remembering it correctly, they it was more to like learn like geography and like kind of logic puzzles and stuff, and you would have to like find out, you would talk with different people, and as you talked with them and asked them different questions, like, they would give you hints of where they were. But like there's one thing that I remember, like, me and my friends in 5th grade, we were just sitting there, and there was this one that was supposed, I don't remember what she looks like now, but it was like, I think it was supposed to be the pretty lady that you talked to. And when she would come up, her avatar would just wink at the camera. Mm-hmm. And like all of us were just like, "Oh my goodness, she winked at you!" And the person's like, "No!" And it's like, looking back, and I'm like, I don't know why we did that, but it was just like, we did it.
Kid things.
Yep. And so, like, we would do that, and like it to the part where we would remember where, like, I remember I remember like how many clicks it took for her to do the wink thing. And I was just like, I remember I was like sitting there, I was like, uh-oh, and they're like, and he's like, what are you doing? It's like, she's gonna wink, and you're like, nah, and then she did the wink, and everyone's like, ah. But yeah, in short, though, like, you would talk with different people, and you would ask them different questions to get clues, and then that would, like, from there you would find out, oh, okay, she's in France, or in Europe rather, and then you would have to use the clues to, like, okay, she's in this country, or if it was in the States, like, it was the same kind of thing. Like, it was pretty much, I think it's
like 20 questions, and yeah.
And so, like, you would talk with certain people, and like some would know stuff, some wouldn't, and like you just had to like collect information to hone it down on pretty much what's this country known for in 1998. And so the other thing is that they had a TV show.
I do remember that vaguely.
Yeah, I remember watching that. The TV show is more like a game show, where it was literally just trivia. Okay. And they had like Where in the World Was Carmen Sandiego, and they're like, I think that's what it was. It was just trivia where, like, I think there was a math. I can't remember if they had like math stuff. It was all around, or it was just like, oh wait, hey, is this it? Where in the World? The game show. There we go. I found it. I'm trying to see. Yeah, so round one, oh my goodness, this is way more reading that I wanted to do. But yeah, so there was like just different versions of the game where like they had 5 different style games where they would just have to go and just do these things to like move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then round 2, jail time challenge. Yeah, so they would follow the crook to the next generation destination and do stuff there. Pretty much as you go in there, you would have to like get an arrest warrant, and then like whoever made it past those 2 rounds could go to the bonus round to see if they could find Carmen Sandiego. And like I don't remember how they did that, but yeah, I remember watching that. And then they also have like a space version. Oh, they have Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, I've heard of that one as well.
Yeah, Where's Time? Huh. Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego? Oh, that's the animated thing. Yeah, so Carmen Sandiego, like honestly, I don't remember like if she's based off of something different, but she was a big deal when I was young. For some random reason. She was just a very cool lady that was cloaked in a red trench coat and hat that would just go around doing some form of crime, which I don't remember. I don't think they ever tell you what she did.
I don't remember.
But they wanted her.
They wanted her found.
Yeah.
It was like Where's Waldo, except an actual person that they wanted you to find instead of go, I think that guy's got a striped sweater. Hope that's good enough.
Yeah. So it's but yeah, I just remember having so much fun playing those games, and I really liked the try to put these clues together, because I was a very bad student, like not like morally bad and like constantly causing trouble. School never really worked for me for learning. Mm-hmm. But the one places that I do remember doing really well in was logic puzzles and the stupid mystery stuff. So, yeah, I had a very specific set of skills that did not help me at all in school.
So not quite like Liam Neeson and his special set of skills in Taken.
Yeah, I don't think I would be able to help. That's why I don't have a daughter. I would not be able to go face all the Europe underground mafia to go save her. It's just like, well,
yeah, just don't leave her alone in France with her morally gray cousin.
Yeah, just don't send them to a U2 concert. That's what I learned.
But yeah, so anything else you want to say about Carmen Sandiego?
She's cool.
She's cool. She is.
She's
cool.
Also not on Steam like Word Rescue, so I don't know how cool she actually is. Actually, no, it is, but it's like a new version where it's like, here's the characters, and it's like, this is not what I want to play.
No, give me the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'll jump into my number 1. My number 1 is Mavis Beacon Typing.
Oh, I don't even have to look that up.
Yeah.
I remember that game. That was one of the other games on the computer.
Yeah, my dad would buy these, and I played all, like, whichever ones he would buy, I would play them to death, because I'm like looking through screenshots of all different versions, and I remember all these different screens and like video game modes. One of my favorites was I remember being bad at the number pad when I was growing up, and I think there's a game with a chameleon that you can set to be number pad. So like it would have like marching ants, and if you hit the right key for the thing, the chameleon would eat the ants. So I was like trying to beat my own high score with that. I remember one where there was like a shark attack, and you had to like shoot the sharks with torpedoes before they hit your submarine, and you died. There were racing games where like the faster you typed, the faster your car went, but if you messed up, then like you hit the brakes and like you lost your place in the race.
Wasn't there a frog one, or maybe I'm just...
It could also be a frog one. I mean, there's a lot of games. There's one I don't remember. Oh, it says this one might be from 2009 Deluxe Edition, where it has like 2 ships either racing or trying to cannonball each other, and that looks like fun to me. But I ended up putting this at number 1 versus number 2 because I played Typing of the Dead recently, and I was like, this feels just like Mavis Beacon. I can use these skills for the rest of my life. Versus Clue Finders is very much like I played them a ton, but after like the 5th or 6th grade, I was like, okay, I technically know how to do all this, but it's not like practicing it as a video game made anything else easier. Whereas my words per minute are nutty.
Yeah. Oh, I remember hard mode for Mavis Beacon, where it was just like, just put a blanket over your hands. I was like, guy, I can't even read the keyboard now.
I remember one that helped me learn a lot is they had one game that was to encourage you to not look at your hands. On the screen, they would highlight how your hand was supposed to look when you like moved to hit a key.
Yeah,
I think that helped me. But in grade school, so I said earlier I was going to do a callback. So in grade school, they would have us take these like orange plastic covers and put them on our keyboard so we couldn't actually see the keys. You only had like the little bump for F and J. And then you had to like finish typing tests. And I would finish the typing test first because I played Mavis Beacon. And then after that, as long as you passed and finished those typing tests, you could have free time on the computer for the rest of the day. So I would finish it super fast and then play Kid Pics. I was like, I'm going to draw a cool picture today. Gotta type faster.
Yeah, it's the difference in how I learned how to type, because we had Mavis Beacon, and I remember it was just like, yeah, you can play it, and I was like, it was one of those things like I tried and like I wasn't comprehending how to do this, and I was like, and the way they were trying to teach me, my brain was like, no, I don't wanna. It's like my brain rejected like, this is the proper way, and like I was like, I don't know, and so like I just never would play it. And so the way I learned finally how to like type at a decent pace was aim.
Yeah.
That's how
you gotta
that's how I
reply
learned
to your
how to
friends
type.
as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know? I didn't know this, but there was apparently a Mario teaches typing.
Yep.
I
There's
never
also a
played
Mario
this.
math game. Wait, well, yeah, the Mario typing one. I think you were just Mario. Like he was. I played it. You were underwater, and like you had to. I think you typed. Yeah, the typing one is like it gave you a sentence, and you had to type the sentence out, and like every time you and in doing that, you would move forward, and your goal is to get to the other side of this. You were running away from like one of the enemies or something like that. But it like every time you messed up, like he would lose air.
I see a lot of sites. Yeah, I see that in a picture in one. I see a lot of sites offering to download it, but I don't see any user reviews to tell me if it's real or if it's malware.
Yeah. They also had another one that I remember playing a little bit, which was Mario in Time. Or like pretty much you would time travel. There was another one where excuse me, Mario Where's Mario, where you were Luigi and you had to go find Mario. Yeah, there was a lot of like Mario educational style games, so
Yeah, I see this one. Mario's Wet World Challenge. Help your character swim across the screen whilst being chased by hungry sea creatures. Only typing the words that scroll across the top or across the bottom of the screen will let you escape. There's one that lets you play it in the browser for free. That might be safe enough. As long as I don't hit any download buttons.
just don't misclick.
Yeah. This website has a support via crypto button. Whew. And there is like 50 ads, so like just by me clicking on this, they probably made like $5.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is what it is. And then sorry, I got distracted by looking at a Killer Instinct clip on Twitter.
Oh.
Definitely. That game is so cool, but I'm like, I can't. I'm never going to get to that level.
But yeah, we did it. We talked about childhood educational games in the old format that we used to do all of our podcast episodes. It's like a bike. You just get back on and you kind of remember how to ride it.
Yeah. And let's see. Look at that. About an hour and 20. That means it'll only take about 19 hours to render.
Exciting. And you got to edit it just a wee bit because my body was like, we have an escape plan. You have no time.
But yeah, so yeah, it would be about an hour. Yeah, so guys, probably this is probably a good thing to mention. We might be episodes might get shorter because when we went to go render this last one, thankfully it didn't do the normal thing where it just stops when your computer goes to sleep, which is why I was super thankful. But it was about a 17-hour rendering process, which I don't know how true that is, but
Yeah, that's why I was like, you said that it finished. I was like, that's so fast. And you're like, oh no, 17 hours from when I hit start. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, so, but it was like projecting 19 hours, and I'm like, that doesn't seem right. But actually, since I got to play D&D tonight, I'll probably set it up to render, and that way, when I come home, I can at least have some of it done.
Hey.
I think the reason why it was so much, because I'm like, my D&D stuff doesn't take that. And I was like, wait, the D&D stuff literally is only one source. This one had like your video source, 2 audio sources, the same video being pulled from twice, and had our names written on it, and then the podcast intro and exit, and then I also put when I shared what my results of the quiz were, I put them up there. So I'm like, that was a little bit more involved.
Just a little bit more than the audio only.
So, well, like I wasn't even talking about the audio stuff. I was talking about like my D&D videos, which was longer. Yes. Some of them are longer. But yeah, so we'll see. And
thank you.
Oh wait, we got to roll topic.
Yes.
You lost, so you roll.
Oh no, I'm a loser.
I'm gonna fix the list while you do that.
Roll my virtual D10. Nope, I'm clicking everything other than my dice app right now. Oh no, that's a D20. D10. I rolled a 4. What is that in our handy dandy spreadsheet?
Japanese commercials.
Well, that one would be a bit of research on our end.
Yeah. Isn't that the one we were like,
I thought we weren't keeping that one.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
All right, let's put that on the side. Maybe that can be a special episode for another day, because that one's a hefty one.
So then it's gummy foods.
Okay.
And in parentheses, it's gummies impersonating food.
So like your good old Krabby Patty, your hot dog, your pizzas. I forget what other ones there are.
You said pizzas, and like when I thought gummy food and pizza, I immediately thought of Lunchables. No, that's not it, but
not quite.
I just kneed my desk and everything moved. I'm not in an earthquake, everybody.
But yeah, for anyone who's listened this far and or watched this far, we appreciate you. We would double appreciate it if you shared us with someone that you think would like or dislike us. We'll take friends and enemies alike, or even annoying family members. And then we'll triple appreciate if you leave reviews or ratings on your preferred podcast service. And if you are willing to leave your name there, we'll give you a shout out and thank you for it and read out the review. We still have...
Now we got to read comments on YouTube.
We have 2 anonymous reviews, right?
Yeah, I don't think there was any updates on that. I can check real quick.
So those 2 anonymous reviewers, you get a shout out every time I remember to do this bit of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I guess, yeah, YouTube comments as well, because we also did, if you interacted with us on Twitter, twitter.com/pointlessdisco, then we do shout you out via that. And then our YouTube channel, I believe, is just Pointless Discourse, correct? I don't think we have any special name.
We don't have a special URL for that, so just Google it. If you follow the Twitter, there will be a post there.
And of course,
it'll be a post in the description below if you want to watch it.
Yes, or if you want to see any of our other content online, also in the description below, as if you couldn't get enough of us.
Mm-hmm. And then we both streams, and then you can also get more of us. You know what? Now that we're also on YouTube, we can be like, now smash that like button, subscribe. And I don't know what people say with YouTube videos anymore. I
don't remember anymore either.
So, yeah. Yeah, so gummy foods, all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll... Oh, and Hop now has 15 minutes before she has to go do her next thing.
I need to get ready.
Because she's so popular.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did fake vocal fry. So popular. Anyway, later, nerds. Bye.